So the another fashion trend is using kajal.
Yes.
And how does that affect the eyes?
Okay, kajal is very, very common, especially amongst the ladies. What happens with kajal? Where is kajal really put? The kajal is put predominantly on the lid margin. So what people do, and I'll just show this because everybody needs to see this, they lower the lid and they put kajal inside on the lid margin. If you put it outside, there's no problem. If you put it outside under the eyelashes, no problem. The problem starts when you put it on the lid margin inside.
Mm.
That lid margin is such a prime real estate for the meibomian gland. The meibomian gland secretes, as I had mentioned earlier, the lipid layer for the
Cornea.
for the tear film.
Tear film. Yes.
So the tear film lipid layer is secreted by the meibomian gland. By putting kajal chronically, once or twice it's fine, but if I put it chronically, I am blocking those pores. There are multiple pores on the lid margin that secrete the sebum. Now this lipid layer is not being secreted. What's going to happen? The aqueous layer is coming from the lacrimal gland, but there is no lipid layer to protect the evaporation. So it's either getting evaporated or it's falling off. It's not sticking to the eye. So a lot of people say, how can I have dryness? I am tearing. That means I am having excessive. No, it's not excessive. It's just not sticking. It's not staying, so it's rolling off. So the meibomian gland dysfunction caused by the kajal putting is because of the blocking off of the pores. That's one. The second, when you block these pores, if it gets blocked, the gland is still secreting. So it starts stagnant fluid collection. So when there's collection of fluid, it starts getting infected. This is called as a stye. This
STYE.
is STYE. Stye is when the meibomian gland starts increasing in size, becomes stagnant, becomes infected, and now this is a repetitive process because you're not stopping the kajal, you're constantly putting the kajal. So even if you treat it, again you go back and do this, you're going to cause this whole dryness, meibomian gland dysfunction, the stagnant stye formation, and now you have to do a surgical procedure to express this pus. So it's called a chalazion surgery. So you have to open up and remove that pus.
I've seen that.
Yes.
The gland is enlarged.
Yes.
So you take a small micro knife and then you incise it.
Incision
pus
and cure.
Coming out.
Yes, a lot of it. In fact, we have to remove the pus till a little bit of blood comes out. Then we know, okay, all the pus is out.
It's painful.
No,
you inject local anesthesia.
Do a local anesthesia.
But you don't have that much amount of real estate as you said.
Yes, fortunately, we don't have to show the scar outside because it can be done from the inside. So we evert the lid and do it inside. No scars and stuff.
Similar to how they apply kajal?
No.
They
much simpler is to avoid putting the kajal itself. I mean, but to be honest, you put it from outside, there's no issue. But inside on the lid margin is a big issue.